Writing your wins matter, big and small. Buenos dias, and welcome to a new morning show, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Today it is April 24, 2024. Hold on a second. 42424. Interesting, and it just hit me. And as always, we're gonna do a mom joke, but I'm not gonna like. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not a mom, just a puppy mom. We'll hear from. Remember Friends? Who's a fan of Friends? Anybody? Okay, let's hear from the woman herself. It's not even like a joke. We'll get to it. Let's just play it. Here we go.
Whoa. I could do that. Do it. Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure if that's. I just realized listening to it again that she called him Courtney. Is that? I don't know if that's his daughter, niece. Who knows? Who knows? But she goes by her first name. Anyway, what's the joke, you may ask? Good morning, puppy. We have a little puppy waking up as well because I'm pretty loud. Puppy, you want to say good morning to the good people? Not really. Okay. It is all good. Buenos dias. I just thought it was hilarious. Of course, it doesn't if you're over 40, doesn't mean you're gonna go to the hospital. I mean, I don't know. Don't try it and blame me. That was the dad joke of today. And listen, I know you clicked in here because you're like, okay, wins matter. And what is this hustle culture being canceled? So let's go there. So all week we've been talking about that, and it is Wednesday. And I like the W wins. Writing your wins. Okay. So few things that again, I'm gonna share what I've done and then what I'm adding as a challenge. So yesterday was the gratitude in the evening, and I did it. I did it right before the lights went on. My lamp was not on whatsoever. Sorry, I have this on top of a whole bunch of pillows. And let's get me here. Boom. Okay. So for this one, or for the challenge rather, is just adding something else. And I want to combine it. Okay. It's writing your gratitude from yesterday. Remember how we said for yourself, a family member, and your business? Well, let's combine writing that down and actually sharing that with that family member during dinner time. Eh? Or evening, whenever, if you're sipping a cup of tea or whatever, just take the time. Or if you forgot, just right before going to bed, it's like, babe, honey, however you call your honey, babe, Hanita, whatever. And then you share, I really love that you took that time to take care of yourself or something like that. Whatever that is that you're grateful for. And the same token for this week, it's going to be on wins. This one's, I believe, a little harder because we're so hard on ourselves. And so, what you're going to be sharing, if you want to take the challenge, is to share, and it could be your spouse, or it could be a best friend, it could be a business partner, it could be a teammate, whatever, about your win, and especially the small win that you wrote. Even if that was, that little corner in the kitchen counter was bugging me and I finally clear it out, or something as small. That's one thing I always use that as an example because, man, when it was back in Staten Island, when I tackled that corner, I felt like $1 million. I was like, yes, because it was pending for so long, and I love my kitchens. And yeah, so it felt really good. So that's a challenge. Now, For the canceling hustle culture, gratitude, it shifts your focus, it keeps you confident on what is working because you're focusing on that. And the same thing for today on writing our wins and why it's so important. And I've brought this topic in a show plenty of times. There's blogs about it. I could put it all in the comments. But I want to use I was going to say today's show, a new morning show, to bring in some challenges and some, invitations for you guys, and for myself. Because I will say that that is the most, um, it's the most honest, the most integrity, because I'm not here to say I got it all right. Because, and then somebody is telling you that, gosh, run away. Anyway, unless you do like it, unless you believe someone else is perfect and you just gotta be as perfect as they are. So all you need is love. Oh, and coffee. Sorry, I needed this drink. Oh my goodness. Okay. Perfecto. Perfecto, because I got some slides to share with you guys. And I love talk. Okay, so we got the challenge out of the way. So now just a reminder, because those small wins are the ones that were celebrated to us when we were young. So whether by family, a teacher, a nana, a grandpa, an auntie, if you really dig back, there was somebody that lifted and celebrated your baby step. And of course, I got something to share with you about that. So let's get right into that. And here we go. Okay, I don't want to get like the thing, but the girls in the back are so funny. They're like, let's just turn around. But let's watch her. Here she is, trying to figure it out. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. She's getting settled. She's positioning herself. All right, let me go and check that. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Let me put me small here. Okay, she's getting it. All right. She's focused. The girl's in the back. She's looking out for affirmation. All right, here we go. And did it. Yes. And look at that face. Okay. I absolutely love that face. Because I love that face because let me get back in here. I love it because it's like that affirmation, or reaffirming I did it, right? I did it good. And here's an example of a path. And that's a reminder for us. It's a path. It's like every little step I take. Bobby Brown, anybody? Where are my 90s people? 90s people? Drop it in the comment. um, yeah, it's a path, it's a journey. And in here it looks straight, but our journeys are like, ooh, oh, okay, yeah, that's our journey. So just a reminder, for you, for me, that it is those baby steps that will take this little girl to she could become a ballerina, she could do something else. I do know that discipline. I know my niece takes ballet. I know one of my best friends, she grew up dancing, and so all these disciplines can take them in other fields, other industries, other places. And yeah, it's that path that we have, that little steps right there that this little girl is taking. And I love the looking up for affirmation, for reaffirmation. And you're like, I'm a grown woman, I'm a grown man. Don't need no affirmations. And you know what? At the end of the day, I love this saying, and Jimmy will say it all the time. You know, um, who else is gonna celebrate me if it's not you, right? Because when he was young, every time mom took him to the doctor, they went to a diner to celebrate. And I just think that that's so cute because the first time when we, I believe it was Dr. Chu, and what was the name? It's somewhere in Queens, Douglaston, Queens. He's like, okay, you ready to go? I was like, home? He's like, no, 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 to the diner. I was like, that's not in our budget. That was like the first thing that came out of my mind. He's like, no, no, that's what I do. And one of the benefits, I mean, and I wrote it in here, is like, does she look overworked and burnout? Right? It's like we forget. We forget that it's a path. We forget that it's all those baby steps that leads us to become more efficient and productive, like the rest, the letting go. And it's like celebrating. And so I want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate myself, or like Snoop Doggy Dogg. I want to thank me. I often say that. And for those who don't get it and they think that this is like crazy that I'm sharing this, yeah, it's our world is very flipped upside down. And take a look at someone who writes down their wins versus, I can tell you, writing wins brings me tons of confidence. It also releases the thoughts about whether or not I did good or not. It's like from wondering to, you know what? It's finding those small wins. It's finding the things that you did right, because that will boost your confidence. In a sense of, hey, I'm doing today must have been the most sucky day ever, but I got that right. I did that. And, as you guys know, we've been through a lot these past 2 weeks just with the house. We're not home. It feels terrible, but it's finding those gems. And I'm so grateful to be in this home, in this neighborhood. It is absolutely magic. All right. And I will say that the third thing when I write things down, right? Besides the confidence, besides the wondering, it's an affirmation. Going back to Jimmy's point, who else is gonna do it? Who else is responsible for the letting go? Right? It's not your spouse. I'm so sorry. I know we all want to blame the husbands. I mean, come on, it's true. I want to blame my husband all the time. It's not your boss. It's up to you. And if you think that's crazy, again, yes, we our world is flipped upside down. So take a look at those who write down their wins versus those who don't. But even more important, give it a try. You do that. Do that for 21 days or more, I will say. Do it for 2 months. But anyway, for this week, I invite you, just like yesterday, writing our gratitude, what we're grateful for. And that's, it's different, right? Because you could say, I appreciate so and so, I'm grateful about something. And then with this, I wrote wins because people feel that accomplishment is something that it's like a degree, big things. And that's how society works. You don't have a college degree, you don't have this, you're not respected. It's awful. Our world is upside down. It's flipped upside down. Let's flip it back to really understand this little picture right here, right? It's those baby steps, it's the path, right? It's not like we don't get somewhere. And I come from that culture. I come from that upbringing, and all it did is just stress the hell out of me. It really did. It's like it's the hustle, the never ending. You see how this does end up canceling hustle culture? It's because we're taking 2 steps back to really identify that win. And then let me put this right here. Okay, so it's celebrating, right? And it's instead of like, okay, if you're in college 4 years from now you feel successful, no, it's today. Today you were successful. in this area, in this thing. And there are some days that I in my journal I have like struggles and solution, and I just like cross it out and I was like, amazing day today. Now, obviously that does not happen often. It's been very challenging moving here to Orlando, Florida. I do see the light at the end of the tunnel though. I do. And these are a combination, and we did this struggles last week, right? Struggles to solutions. This week is canceling hustle culture. I'm canceling hustle culture from my life, my career, myself. And if this was helpful, my friend, give it a like. I'm out of here. I've done my 15 minutes on this morning show. I hope, pray you take that challenge for writing down your wins, big and especially small, and you get to share it with somebody, especially the small one. Okay. Or whatever you want to share. Sharing is caring. Well, my friends, I'm out of here. I'm going to finish my cafe. Hey, bye everybody.